having someone like Peter Obi come back to the party. And he has made it clear that if he comes back, he will simply destroy the party. That for what? To what end should someone like Peter Obi come back? And we see how with us Prince Diran, Odeyemi, and of course, Dr. Katch Onanuju on this conversation. Coming back to you, Prince Odeyemi, some of the statements, I said I was going to take you up on 3 of the statements you made on the program this morning. I'll start from the rear. You said that as journalists, that we should not talk about it. We should just wait till everything happens and unfolds. Then we can talk about it. I'd like to tell you that that is not possible. This is politics. There will always be analysis. So you can't say we should wait, fold our arms and just watch as onlookers. We are journalists. We have to talk about this. Okay, we have to engage analysts. Okay, we feel the pulse of the people. So one, that is not possible. You don't expect us to wait for what? Wait till 2027 before we start talking about it. No, it's already in the news. So we have to talk about it. That's number one. Number two, Prince, when I asked you that question, I used hypothesis. You said, no, politics is not about hypothesis. It's not about hypothesis. That no, we shouldn't talk like that. Then another question was asked. You came out, in one breath, you said it's not about hypothesis. Then in another breath, you said politics is not mathematics. So you contradicted yourself clearly there. In politics, Prince Odeyemi, it is not mathematics. That is why we use hypothesis. It's all about calculations. So you coming out to say it's not about hypothesis and in another breath saying it's not mathematics, that's a clear contradiction. So Prince,
let me explain it to you.
Yeah, I want to finish it free.
When I say you should wait, I don't mean it in the context of not saying anything politically. It's your job. You just must raise issues on daily basis. When I say wait, my own wait is we will still continue to discuss until the outcome of our character of our statement about the presidency. So when I say wait, I say wait until after 2027 when we must have elected the president. Then we can now rewind back and talk about, how we got to that stage.
Which is not possible. No, which is not possible. We have to talk about our concern is the process, Prince. Our concern is the process. We have to watch, we have to guide and talk about the process for the sake of democracy.
We are saying the same thing. My own way does not mean you should stop action or you should not talk about it. I'm only saying wait for the conclusion. That is, be hopeful or be expecting what is going to happen.
All right.
That's what I mean.
Fine.
Now, when I tell you that politics is not mathematics where 2 + 2 equals 4, what I'm trying to say in essence is that your anticipation or your thinking may not be in line with the formula through which you can win an election. That's what I say. And that's the meaning. So
you agree it is not mathematics, which means there is room for hypothesis. There is room for hypothesis in politics.
There are instances that you calculate and say, what if Obi comes?
That was the question, Prince. That was the question I posed to you.
I'm coming. I'm not saying it's hypothetical because Obi has not come. If Obi comes, it becomes another issue.
Yes, and I made it clear that I needed your critical judgments and not sentiments.
And I've told you, I answered it. The way I answered it was that Obi is not the only one that will be considered. We have other aspirants that will come in. Don't so much dignify Obi as if he's the only one that can win election for PDP. And I'm saying that I align myself with what Wike said, that the coming of Obi will bring problem. And I'm saying that with my brother talking about Obi, portraying Obi as if he's the only one that can clean PDP, I disagree. You don't come to a party with a toga of arrogance that Obi has that name. If Obi that has name, that principle, that organization, let him form his own political party, contest on it, and win an election. Don't come to a party, believe as brother.
All right, Prince Odeyemi.
Spread.
Yeah, Prince Odeyemi. You also made this clear. Yes. You also made it clear here that Mr. Nyesom Wike is working in the best interest of the PDP, despite the fact that he is leading the campaign of someone from another political party. Okay, which is quite.
He's a member of the party with his own view and perception.
With his own view and perception, yes, and he's campaigning for opposition. What is that doing to democracy? That's the point. He's talking, the same Nyesom Wike, Prince Odeyemi, hold on. The same Nyesom Wike is talking about principle and ideology. What principles does he have? He's a member of the PDP, he's openly campaigning for the APC, and you are telling me he's working in the best interest of the PDP, and he's talking about principles. What principles does Nyesom Wike have?
You can say whatever you have about Wike as an individual.
I'm talking about facts. I'm not saying what I have. I'm talking about facts. What he has said. These are facts. Verifiable facts.
I am not saying whatever it is you are saying about Wike is, you know, stay with Wike as an individual. When we are talking of PDP, I am a member of PDP. I have my own mindset. I have people I'm going to support. I have my own right to say this is where I belong to.
Which brings me to the third.
Wike is now saying, if Wike is saying I'm going to support the president.
Because of time, we have to move, Prince. Which brings me to the last one. I said I was going to take you up on 3 things. Which brings me to the last one.
Okay.
You said that politicians should not be trusted. That's a statement. You are a politician, Prince Odeyemi. Why should I on earth believe anything you are saying on this program this morning? Why should I believe you?
What I am saying is, whatever suits a situation at any point in time I find myself politically is what will dictate my action and my utterances.
Absolutely. So I can trust you. Yeah, absolutely.
Whatever I'm saying now, believe it, because that is the situation that I find myself, and that is the situation that is happening.
And I also know it doesn't hold water, because you can change your mind the next moment.
Oh yes, this is circumstances and situation changes.
Thank you, Prince Odeyemi.
I can change my mind just like you. You have right to change your mind on any issues too.
Point mate, we are on the home stretch right now. Let me come to Dr. Katch, and I'll stay with you. Dr. Katch, switching gears right now. And it's about, Goodluck Jonathan's name being mentioned over and over, him making consultations. You have established that for us on this program before, and we've had other guests who have mentioned this as well to say, yes, that is true, he's making consultations, but maybe the motive and the interest is coming from a section of the nation who perhaps doesn't want Tinubu, and they need somebody who has only constitutionally guaranteed 1 term, if that's Nigerians, we agree. But now, Festus Keyamo, sure you know him very well, has offered his advice to say, Goodluck Jonathan, don't try that. There are legal landmines on the way about his legality, him being in office, being sworn in 2 times before. Chidi Odin Kalu, I'm sure you know him as well, has offered his advice to say, better stay where you are right now. There are many Nigerians who are saying, Goodluck Jonathan, you've left at the high of your politics, please stay where you are. But then many political allies of former Goodluck Jonathan are saying he has the right. A cousin brother of his is saying he has the right, and if actually he needs legal advice, he won't consult Festus Keyamo, he won't consult Chidi Odin Kalu. He has his right, and whatever landmines they are talking about, there is nothing. A court ruling has settled that. What do you say? Because obviously, you're a Peter Obi person, but I'm sure you're a Goodluck Jonathan ally in a kind of way as well. What's your assertion of what is happening? Because tendencies of the APC are speaking up to say, Goodluck Jonathan, please don't do this. Other persons are raising the same interest. Is this a calculated attempt to shut Jonathan down, or truly, Dr. Katch, you think he has a chance?
Well, I am, first and foremost, I'm a Jonathanian.
Yeah.
And I'm a Jonathanian, and I have not changed. President Jonathan is a personal friend of mine.
Right.
I worked with him very closely. But then these are not the very best of times for our democracy. Of course, I will advise him to stay where he is and don't get into the murky and dirty political waters that Nigeria is.
Why? Because of a friendship with Peter Obi?
No. It's got nothing to do with Peter Obi. Because of, I think Tinubu will fight DTT. You know, there are legal landmines. Don't forget that particular law was made simply to stop Jonathan. It's not been tested in court. And what they said was if you've been sworn in once, you can only run for office only once. So you can be sworn in 3 times. Good. We've not had legal frameworks to test it. But I want to tell you right now, when the judiciary is currently challenged, as we can see, I don't want to start testing the consequences of state capture in the courts in regards to this Jonathan issue. Mine is he should stay away from it, because I know how Buhari and his goons tried to embarrass him. They went after his wife, and I think there were some interventions that forced them to allow those things to rest. Who told you that Tinubu wouldn't go back going after his wife? You know how this country is. When they rest a case, they don't close it. They just keep the file. I don't trust Tinubu. I don't trust Tinubu. I think he would just look. My advice is that Goodluck should stay where he is, so that we who are his people wouldn't start suffering this heart attack. And those who are bringing him are not bringing him because they like him. No. They're bringing him because they think he can just go there and maybe. But let me also tell you another landmine there are. Okay. If Goodluck comes out, what stops them who are not calling him to switch to say they want Atiku? This is just, the landmines are plenty. Who told you? Who do you know what could be on that ticket that Atiku could float? Don't do it. Don't do it.
All right.
It is not necessary for us to be taken through that. We who love him, when they start messing him up, I wouldn't want to watch.
All right. Now, it seems you have joined, and for your reasons, in which you have spoken, you have joined the list of those calling on Goodluck Jonathan not to run. Now, you have said the waters are quite murky right now, but then many persons will say he's the most experienced. He has 6 years of being a president under his belt. But then, I would take President Odeyemi. You have been in the PDP for all I know, about you. You are still there. And you have spoken very interestingly this morning, in fact, different things about politicians and what they do. You know Goodluck Jonathan. You have worked with him before. You have spoken for the party in the Southwest, even at the national level. There are advices going on. This is for President Odeyemi now, that, Oga, please stay where you are. Will you? But then, as a PDP man, is the most experienced of all the PDP hands you have right now. Wouldn't you refer to him or take him as your best bet in the PDP? 6 years experience of being a president.
If you know President Jonathan very well, you will know that he is a man of peace. He's not somebody that is ready to rock boat for whatever reason. He's not somebody that has that liver to confront problems and issues politically. So personally, without even anybody talking to him, he's not somebody that could be pushed or advised to come and face the present president. Just like it is being analyzed, you know the caliber and the person of who President Tinubu is. Let me give you an instance.
Yeah.
Here is somebody who, as a former governor in Lagos State, had his local government allocation seized. You will think that as a Democrat, as somebody who fought against that abnormality that time, will not be the one to impose that same condition on the people of Osun State. But here is someone who has done even more than what was done to him at that time. That's the caliber and the person of Tinubu. And Jonathan is not a person that will go a step, to confront problems. that is evident in the way he acceded and conceded the presidential election at that time. While his aides were still in the sitting room deliberating on what next step to take to prove that the election was wrong and it was not fair, he went privately into his room and called late Buhari and congratulated him. And by the time he came out, he said, all these your plans, all these your talks, please bury it. I've considered defeat. If he could do that time, who will now go to him and say, yes, come and rescue Nigeria or come back to that same problem you left? He doesn't even need anybody's advice. He is not coming out. That is my perception and understanding of him. Thank you very much.
All right.
All right. We are totally out of time now. Dr. Katch Onanuju, just your last take on this, just in the next 1 minute.
I will say, as people say, a week is a very long time on politics, that we are on to very interesting times. I believe if the PDP had come together long before now to actually speak with one voice, we wouldn't be discussing this. It will have solved these problems. But PDP is like the metaphor of what Nigeria is. Nigeria is nowhere right now. Nigeria is not proper right now. Its democracy is being damaged, as you can see. The gentleman speaking from Osun State, they are speaking on that threat. Osun currently is challenged. And because you have a first-time governor who needs to go back for re-election, he knows that the APC doesn't allow for free and fair election. That's all he's trying to tell you, that they say things simply because they don't want to be hurt by the crocodiles that we now have all over the place. But they have what they have in their mind in Osun State. You need to speak
all right, Dr.
the political language for you to be able to survive the current crocodile-infested.
All right, Dr. Katch. Prince Odeyemi, your final take.
I love Dr. Pat's conclusion. You know, he concluded well. But the only thing I want to add is, if people like Obi, like Atiku, and virtually all of them in APC had stayed in PDP and remained there as a true Democrat, we won't be in this quagmire either in PDP or in Nigeria.
All right.
My advice now is, don't continue to chase your ambition to any political party. Stay in one place, prosecute and pursue your ambition in that place. That's the lesson, you know, to take home.
All right, Sam. Thank you so much, Prince Diran Odeyemi, former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the PDP. Thank you, Prince, for joining us on the program this morning.
Thank you very much for having me.
And of course, thank you so much.
Me.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. Thank you so much, Dr. Katch Onanuju, DG Heritage Center and a public affairs analyst. Thank you, Dr. Katch, for joining us.
I'm politician. You should add that.
I'm politician.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right, it's been a wonderful show. Thank you so much. And of course, to you, our distinguished viewers, thank you for staying with us. Join us again tomorrow for a fresh edition of Morning Spring on Western Spring Television. Daniel Emeka is my name. Do have a wonderful day.
All right, the take from here, for many persons, will be what the gentleman here said, especially Peter Obi, when Nigerians say in politics, the more you look, the less you see. Actually, shine your eye in my Nigerian parlance. Fmr Ojo is my name. Kudos and be kundus, as they say it, to all the production team this morning. We'll see you tomorrow, God willing, for the midweek edition. You can have a recap on our YouTube channel at Western Spring Television NG. Note it, Western Spring Television NG, and also on our Facebook page, Western Spring Television. God bless Nigeria. Bye.